Hey everybody, Derick Van Ness here, wealth strategist, investor, and life adventurer, and I've got something for you today. I want to talk about how to live free even in tough times, because a lot of people are going through tough times right now. How do you make that experience as powerful and exciting and fun as possible, and how do you sort of break those chains of bondage, right? By the end of this video, my hope is that you'll have a couple of tools. Specifically, I'm going to talk to you about a technique that will allow you to unshackle yourself from a lot of the things that are probably holding you back, not only financially, but relationship-wise, in your experience of life. Because ultimately, money, relationships, health, all that stuff, the reason it matters is because of its ability to impact your lifestyle, like how you experience life, right? So we really want to be in that and understand how that works. So here's what we want to focus on, and what you focus on makes all the difference in the world, okay? So roll with me on this. Instead of focusing on what you cannot do, focus on what you can do. I know there's a lot of stuff you can't do in the world right now, right? You can't go out, you can't get your hair cut, I've got quarantine hair, all this other stuff, but at the end of the day, focusing on what you can do empowers you so that you can take action, right? Instead of focusing on what's broken in the world, because there's plenty of that too, I want you to focus on what is working. What is working in your life? What does have good outcomes? Where are you making progress, right? And the other thing that I see come up all the time is people say, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that. Stop focusing on who you are right now. Let's focus on who you're becoming, because that's the key. Gary Cadia, a mentor and friend of mine, used to say, when you look at somebody at the supermarket, you don't look at what kind of shape they're in right now, you look at what's in the basket. In other words, are they buying healthy food? Are they buying water? Are they buying things that are going to be good for them in the future? Because that tells you where someone's going instead of where they're at right now and looking at them and judging them that way, right? So this is going to be pivotal right now because there's tons of opportunity and there's also tons of chaos in our future. How you navigate that is going to be completely about this. Not about where you are right now, but about where you're going, right? Who you will become in the near future. Now, I want to be careful with your language here, right? Not I'm trying to become or I can't become. I want you to talk about who you are becoming. That will psychologically switch on your mind and get you headed in that direction. Because the reality of it is, life is a lot less about what happens to you and a lot more about how you choose to deal with that or react to what happens. You know, you can get punched in the face and say, oh, I'm a weakling, or I'm a victim, or I'm hurt, and woe is me for the rest of your life, right? You can ride that wave all the way into the sunset and be a victim. Or you can get punched in the nose and go, wow, I did something that didn't work. I made somebody mad. I frustrated someone. I said the wrong thing. You can learn from that. You can become better, and you can not get punched in the nose. More importantly, you will have learned so that you can move forward and not let that punch in the nose stop you, right? Metaphorically speaking, we all make mistakes. We're all going to get punches in the nose. So it's how you deal with those, not whether they happen. Trying to avoid those is almost impossible unless you want to lock yourself in your bedroom, and then you'll get a different kind of punch in the nose of being broke and being alone and probably unhealthy and all that other stuff, right? So there's no getting around it. We're all going to take punches in the nose. It's really about how you decide to handle those. So here's the reality of where we are right now. A lot of people are in a tough spot. A lot of people have lost jobs. A lot of people have family members who have lost jobs. A lot of people are at home with family members or loved, or at this moment not so loved ones, being annoyed, less privacy, constricted. There's all this stuff going on that's going to be an excuse for you to feel like you're in bondage, right? And the whole point of this video is to help you get out of that bondage. So here's the really good news. A little bit of that bondage is real, and a lot of it is in here, okay? Like I said, life isn't so much about what's happening, it's about how you react to what's happening. So I want to give you some key things to pay attention to and help you relinquish a lot of that, okay? So the first step is you have to pay attention to your thoughts. And here's the easiest way. If you're feeling crappy, as soon as you feel yourself feeling crappy, angry, mad, sad, frustrated, disempowered, any of those emotions, I want you to stop. I want you to literally smack yourself on the wrist so it's wakes you up and you're like, okay, wait a minute. How did I get here? What are the thoughts I'm having right now that are creating this negative feedback loop in your life, right? Because the problem is when we have negative thoughts, then we act out on those. We're mean, we're frustrated, we're impatient, and we get worse outcomes, which of course feeds back into us and tells us, oh, see, things aren't working and everything sucks. So the way out of that is, bam, wake yourself up. It's called a pattern interrupt. I used to have a rubber band around my wrist and snap it, and I would say, no, that's not me, because I'm happy, I'm joyful, I'm powerful, and what I'm being right now, that is not me. So break that, look at your thoughts and say, what am I thinking right now? What have I been thinking the last few minutes that's created this foul mood that I'm in, or this frustration? And I want you to ask yourself, are those thoughts actually true? And are they productive? Are they moving me forward? If they're not, I want you to consciously say to yourself, if you can say it out loud and you have the privacy, say it out loud, those are not me. That was something I was acting out, but that is not me. Who I am is ... and fill that in, right? So if you were frustrated with something, or something didn't go your way with your business or with your family or with your job or whatever, say, wait a minute. Why am I feeling that way? I'm feeling that way because everybody's being loud and I'm a little bit tired and cranky, so I yelled at them. And then you want to come back and say, is that who I want to be? Is that me? What was I thinking? And I was thinking they shouldn't be loud, they shouldn't be doing these things, and why can't they just leave me alone? And the truth is, they're in the same boat as you. They're stuck at home, they're probably kids or young people, they're boisterous, they're having fun, and it's rubbing you the wrong way. So really, should you be having those thoughts? Are they productive? Probably not. You want to have some empathy and understand they're in the same boat. And then you can let go and say, no, that's not me. The me that's me wants them to be happy. They're my friends, they're my family, they're my loved ones, they're my coworkers. I want to see them be successful. And so you can let go of that and say, the person I am is going to allow them to be productive, be excited, be loud, be boisterous, have a good time, and I'm going to be okay with that, right? And let go of that. Now, I realize there's extreme circumstances, right? But the example here is to find out how you can be productive and understand what you're doing to your own brain to create these problems, right? If you can get that, now you can unwind a lot of that. You can switch your focus like we talked about. Instead of like what's broken, they're being loud, versus what's working. I have the ability to tune them out, right? I've become very good at working at home, and even though there's distractions going on, I've become very good at getting things done, or I don't have a commute now that I'm working from home, or whatever it is, right? Find the positives in what is working, focus on those. What I can do is this. What I'm able to do is this. I have these resources. You're focusing on what you can do, what is working, who you are becoming. Instead of focusing on all the lack, you're focusing on everything that is working, right? This is right in alignment with gratitude, being grateful for what you have, but this is rewiring your thinking. Every time you feel a negative, understand what you're thinking, replace those thoughts, literally kick them out, say, no, that's not me, kick them out and replace those with a true but powerful statement. Now, the true statement, you may not be able to say, I'm a millionaire, I'm beautiful, I'm super healthy, I'm super fit. What you can say is, I'm now aware of my thoughts that have been undermining me. I'm going to be more powerful, more positive, more healthy, and I'm going to take action in that direction. So it's about who you are becoming. If you will do this, I promise you 1 year from now, 1 month from now, your life will be transformed. The way that you experience everything will not be, oh, this sucks, woe is me. It will be, hey, this is happening. Where's the opportunity in this? How do I reframe this and use this to propel me forward as opposed to pushing me back, right? Just like a sailboat. I love to race sailboats. So, just like a sailboat might be going into the wind, but if you turn your sails the right way, the boat can actually sail against the wind, not directly, but on an angle, and it can go faster against the wind than it can go with the wind. With the wind, you can only go as fast as the wind is blowing. Literally against the wind, you can go much, much faster than you can go with it. Okay, so here's the same thing. Turn that around and let it propel you forward. If you take these actions, pay attention to your emotions, reprogram your thoughts once you identified them, and use that to propel you forward, I promise you, you will literally experience life differently. You'll see the good in everything. It reprograms your brain to see the good, see the excitement, see the opportunity, as soon as you start envisioning the world this way, things will literally open up in front of you everywhere. So this works for money, this works for health, this works for relationships, this works for anything that you want in your life, because once your brain gets there, you'll take action. As you take action, you learn, you make mistakes, you get better, and that will propel you forward. So this is how you live free, even in difficult times, is you adjust your sails, which means adjusting your thinking to focus on the positive, focus on what is working, what you can do, and what the opportunities are in front of you. If you do that, the trajectory of your life will change and you're gonna love it. So you're gonna be transformed in 1 year, 1 month, maybe even 1 week. Take action on this right now. So if this stuff's useful for you, please pass this on to your friends, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We do at least 1, sometimes 2, maybe even 3 videos a week, and continue to build this up, share positivity, and helping to empower people. My name's Derick Van Ness. We'll see you on the next video, and thank you for stopping by.